Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel Tarot with Z. I am Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages with the cards that come out in this reading for you today. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin. Let's find out what cards come through, messages come out with the cards. So the first card that we have is the Six of Wands. We have some fire sign energy with this. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius, an Aries, or even a Leo. And then we have the King of Cups. We get some water sign energy with this. So Cancer, Pisces, or even Scorpio. And we've got the Queen of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the High Priestess. It is in the reverse, but we do have some more Cancer energy. So the High Priestess showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of really being in a space where it could be a sense of trying to work through any issues, especially regarding distrust or wondering whether you can trust a situation or you can trust a person. I do feel like with the High Priestess showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of either repressing a lot or being in a space where somebody's kind of keeping a lot within. It's making them come across as if they're holding secrets. But I do feel like with the High Priestess, this also feels like an energy of being able to really lean on being able to trust your intuition, because I do feel like your intuition is on point in a lot of ways. But when it comes to Six of Wands showing up over here, I do feel like also there is a lot of potential to be able to work through those issues. I do feel like with the Six of Wands, this does feel like a person that you could be in connection with, being in a space where I do feel like you have this person's attention. This person thinks about you a lot. I even feel like even in times where you may not be sure or certain of whether or not they are, they definitely are thinking about you. I do feel like with the Six of Wands showing up over here, this feels like an energy of somebody who's in a space where do you feel like this person could actually be even trying to figure out a way in which to be able to make things work with you, because when it comes to their outlook as far as their feelings towards you, they do think about being able to have a connection that is thriving and successful. I also feel this person is also somebody willing to put in that effort towards being able to get to that place with you. I just feel that with the Six of Wands, this person may actually be a person who is a workaholic, or be somebody who comes across as someone who's quite distracted with having a lot on their plate. But with the Six of Wands showing up over here, I do feel like as far as their feelings towards you, I do feel like this person kind of even puts you on a pedestal. They do think quite highly of you. I also feel this person may even feel like they desire to be able to have more of you, more of your attention. I do feel like with the Six of Wands showing up over here, this feels like an energy of being able to have a connection that does right, and does lead to success as well. I do feel like with the Six of Wands, this also feels like an energy of being able to make a connection be more so public. I do feel like in some way they think about ways of being able to make your connection more public. So this does feel like being able to take things to the next level, or making things more so official in a way that is going to show to other people as well. But with this King of Cups showing up over here, I definitely feel like there's an energy of being in a space where, on an emotional level, this does feel like having a lot of emotions for somebody that you care about. So I do feel like there is a sense of this person having a deep impact on you. And I feel like that's especially reflected within your emotional connection with them, or even your emotional attraction to them. I do feel like you're somebody who is quite emotionally mature, and when it comes to handling your emotions, you do handle that with grace. I do feel like this does make it come across as if those emotions are in control. And I do also feel that when it comes to that High Priestess showing up in the reverse, this may be something this person doesn't have a lot of, they're not too privy to as far as where you are with your emotions towards them. But I do feel like there could actually be a strong emotional connection over there. And I do feel like there could actually be genuine feelings built upon something real. I do feel like with the Queen of Pentacles, this feels like nurturing energy. I do also feel like there is also a sense of being in a space where there is a lot of, when it comes to this person and how they feel about you, This person thinks highly of you. I feel like they have a lot of respect for you. I also feel that this person is also somebody who takes pride in your connection or being able to be in connection with you. I do feel like with the Queen of Pentacles showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being in a space where somebody is ready to be able to either invest or nurture a connection. And I feel that that's not even just on an emotional level, but also in other more practical ways, as far as even being able to show up in tangible ways for your connection. So I do feel like they care in a way that also is something that does impact them quite deeply. I do feel like this person may at times struggle to be able to reflect that to you, but I definitely feel like this person, when it comes to your connection, it's something that does actually have an impact on them quite deeply. So I'm going to clarify these cards. So we've got the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, we've got the Lovers card, and we've got the Justice card. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Wands. So with the Lovers card showing up over here, this is Gemini energy. Could be dealing with a Gemini, but we also have Libra energy with the Justice card, so you could also be dealing with a Libra. But with this King of Wands, this does feel like an energy of somebody who's used to being able to take the initiative. I do feel like also somebody who's just ready to be able to take the initiative. Somebody who does show up as a leader, especially when it comes to being able to pursue and go after something that they really want. And as far as your connection, I do feel like there's a sense of this person being in a space where they're inspired to be able to really be able to take initiative, be able to show up as being able to actually, I do feel like, move things forward in a way that's like, it's like they want you to be able to follow their lead. So even if it is as far as them being able to drop hints, I do also feel that as far as them being in a space where it could even be them being able to outwardly come out and be able to address any kind of mishaps between you, or even being able to really just convey what they want and what this is. I do feel like also the High Priestess in the reverse, this may be a more so expressive energy compared to that sense of being in a space where a person is keeping a lot within. So it does feel like an expressive energy from this person. Well, the Two of Pentacles showing up in the reverse, I do feel like this person is somebody, they could have a lot on their plate. I do feel like also this could also be across other areas of their life. So this person could even be if they're parents, they could even have that, trying to balance out those priorities with this connection, or as far as work and trying to balance out those priorities with this connection. But there's a desire to make it work and to make it a priority and show that to you. I do feel like with the Lovers card showing up over here, this does feel like a strong union. I do feel like there is a deep connection over here that you have with this person. I do feel like with the Lovers card showing up over here that there is also a sense of being able to feel and resonate with the idea that this person is your person. I do feel like with the King of Cups showing up over here, there is a lot of emotions and feelings in this connection between the two of you. And I do feel like with the Lovers card, it's rooted in a divine union between the two of you. I do feel like with the Justice card, this does feel like an energy of being able to have an open connection, as far as open communication between the two of you, and being able to have that throughout the unfolding of a connection. I do feel like there is a sense of being able to actually have that as being something that does allow for this connection to be one that's fair to you as well as fair to this person, especially when it comes to being able to meet you where you are in your efforts, especially emotionally, but also as far as your efforts when it comes to your time, your energy, and also being able to reflect a sense of meeting, being able to pour into your cup as much as you're pouring into their cup along with that. So it feels like a fair and balanced exchange in this connection, where it does feel like there is an equal give and take. With the Justice card showing up over here, I do feel like there's a sense of a desire to be able to actually balance that out within a connection. But I also feel With the Justice card, this also feels like an energy of being able to actually, there could also be some legal matters that somebody may be feeling a lot of pressure under being able to take on. But I do feel like with the Justice card under this Queen of Pentacles, this feels like an energy of that being something that no longer stresses them out because of things going their way. So I do feel like it's also a positive energy, a good sign for any of those legal matters as well. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We have retreats. And we have worth waiting for. And we have love yourself first. So the retreat card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of experiencing distance, but I feel like it's of short duration. It's for the time to be able to really be able to get into a place of getting somebody's self together. I do feel like with this retreat card showing up over here, this feels like an energy of somebody being in a space where it's like they are trying to really be able to balance things out in a way that's going to be favorable to everybody involved. I do feel like within a connection that may feel like somebody being in a space where it's like they are taking time out to get themselves together. But I do feel like there's also an energy of being in a space where it's like that also can contribute to being able to have a stronger connection, because I do feel like this person may be under a lot of pressure, but I do feel like they have their eye on you. I do feel like with the worth waiting for card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to experience a connection, being able to work out within divine timing. So it feels like being able to have things happening and working out in due time, but it feels like when everything is right, things take off and do well when all areas are aligned. And I do feel like that's not just for them, but also for you when it comes to welcoming this connection. With this Love Yourself First card, I'm getting it pertaining to this Queen of Pentacles, because with this Queen of Pentacles, this also feels like a self-care energy. So it also feels like an energy of being in a space where it's like, I do feel like nurturing a connection, but also feel like also nurturing yourself in a way that's also allowing for being able to pour into your own cup. And also I feel like also focusing on yourself in a way that also is making you a more self-improved version of yourself. And I feel that with the High Priestess in the reverse, this also feels like being a little bit disconnected from your intuition, and I feel like even the sense of the more spiritual side of you. And I feel like being able to really get in touch with that is also something that also brings back the sense of balance, and also the sense of being in a space where it's like you're your best self. I also feel that this also may be something this person is the space maybe challenging. This person may be channeling this energy as well. But I do feel like with this Love Yourself First card, this also feels like an energy of being able to be in a space where it's like when you are really in a space where you are operating from this space where you are also nurturing your own self, and a lot of self-care is also taken in mind. I do feel like it's pretty attractive energy as well. So I do feel like there's an energy of being able to come back stronger, come back better, but I do feel like this connection is also one that's not I feel like there's a lot on the horizon for this connection. It's like the best is yet to come. You haven't seen the best yet. So those are the messages I'm getting with these cards for you, Cancer. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Cancer.